Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone is doing well, and if you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. We are approaching 350 subscribers, which is very good. And if you haven't checked out the latest videos on the channel, I recently did a in-depth review on my Maidstone Models Mercedes-Benz CLK GTR, which is a great model if you want to have a look at that. But in today's video, I'm going to be talking about my top 5 models that I regret buying. Now, I bought these models an awful long time ago when I didn't really know much about model cars, and I bought these models because I felt that they were the best models at the time, when in hindsight they were not. And looking back now, there was a lot of money wasted on these 5 models, and I could have bought better models that would have not lost as much money as the models that I'm about to show you. So on my turntable, I've got the Mini Champs Bugatti Veyron Supersport. I've also got the McLaren MP4-12C, and then I've got the Mercedes McLaren SLR Roadster. Now, all 3 of these models are from Mini Champs, and as I've said on the channel before, that Mini Champs, I feel, do not provide great value or details when you're looking at some of the other competitors. But the Bugatti Veyron Supersport cost nearly £200 new. And now I've recently replaced this model with the Auto Art version, which is a lot better. And if you guys want to see the differences between the Mini Champs and the Auto Art version, I've done a video on that already, and I will leave the link in the description if you want to have a look in more detail. But overall, this Bugatti model is quite poor by Mini Champs. I think it's the poorest model here in terms of details, materials used, shut lines, and just overall, I mean, the model doesn't really even stand it very nicely. It does. The wheels are not all on the ground. Some of the wheels don't steer, don't turn, and it's just a very disappointing model. And for the price of it, nearly £200, I bought the Auto Art version for nearly the same price, and it is an awful lot better. But again, one of my regrets buying. If we move on to the McLaren MP4, again another Mini Champs model. Again, this one I feel is a slightly better model compared to the Bugatti, but I think overall, in hindsight, I should have bought the Auto Art version. But again, this was an awful long time ago. When I walked into the model car shop at the time, I was presented with this or the Auto Art version. This was slightly cheaper, but not by an awful lot, and I went with the Mini Champs version. Again, it is a slightly better model, but a lot of details on this model are missing, and I've done a video on this, and I'll leave that in the description too. But at number 4, it's the McLaren MP4. I think I should have bought the Auto Art version. Better details, better quality, and just an overall a better model to have in the collection. And especially now that I've got lots of Auto Art models, would have been a better buy to add. Moving over to the McLaren SLR Roadster. Now again, this is actually a not bad model in terms of compared to other Mini Champs models. But again, in hindsight, I should have maybe bought the CMC version, the McLaren Mercedes SLR by CMC, because some of their models are absolutely outstanding in terms of their details, their materials used, their processes. Some of their models, I've never owned a CMC before, but their SLR version is absolutely amazing. And it's one model that I really want to add into the collection. So I am on the lookout for a CMC SLR to replace this. I feel that it is a 10 times better model than the Mini Champs version, and I should have potentially invested my money that I spent on the SLR by Mini Champs into the CMC back in the day when I bought this. So those are my 3 cars here which I regret buying. Let's head over to the cabinet and I will show you guys the other 2. So the last 2 cars that I regret buying the most is the TSM McLaren P1 and the Auto Art composite model, the new version Porsche 918 Spider. Again, the Porsche one is actually the best model in the video that I'm doing now. Even though this is not Auto Art's best work, compared to the other models that I've shown you, this is by far the best. Even though this is miles off Auto Art's other models that they used to make, like these ones up here, I feel that compared to the Mini Champs versions and TSM, this is actually a really highly detailed and very good model. But then this TSM McLaren P1, it was a real disappointment at the time and really still is. A lot of money on this model car, and again, I don't think it quite justifies the price tag that TSM put on it. I've done a video on this and I'll leave this in the description as well, but I just wanted to do this video just to show you guys that I have bought some model cars that I do regret, and I would do things differently if I could go back in time. But I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. Let me know which model cars you regret buying and which ones you wanted to buy instead. And until next time, I will see you guys soon. Please subscribe, more videos to come. I'll see you guys soon.